congressional meeting down to order. Business. Just kidding. I'm not in Congress. Don't know if you knew that, but just kidding. Okay. Hi there. It's Ainsley, or Doc if you know me off of Instagram. In fact, if you're here, then you only know me off of Instagram because there's no other reason for you to be here because I'm not cool or popular. So, you should all know me from Instagram, Doc Willow. You know, I'm a Will Solace cosplayer. Gender bent Will Solace cosplayer. How does that happen? You just want to say words and then it just like, no, you can't talk right now. That sounds so dumb. Back when I was on my personal Instagram account, I ran across a page called Architect of Olympus. And I pretty much flipped out. But I'd never seen anyone run an Instagram account as a character, or in this case, come across a fictional character's Instagram account. And so I thought that was super cool, and I wanted to do it too, but my hair doesn't curl well. So, I mean, I could pass off as an Annabeth. I've got kind of the descriptive look. My hair doesn't curl well. This isn't naturally straight. And rollers don't work good on it. That just doesn't look right. So I chose Will because he's always been one of my favorite characters. Our personalities are pretty much the same. You know Will, I'm very laid back. I do surf. I'm totally a child of Apollo, and it just makes sense. My other most popular cosplay is Elsa. First thing I had to do with being Elsa was I saw the movie for my 15th birthday with some friends, and I fell in love with the song Let It Go. To a degree. Everything's to a degree. I learned the song for my voice recital because I loved it. And then a family friend, her granddaughter, told everyone that Elsa was coming to her birthday party and stuff. So they bought me a dress, I came to her birthday party, and that's how it started that actually being Elsa is my job. On Saturdays, not every Saturday, but I can have 1 or 2 parties at a time, and I go and I be Elsa for birthdays, and I sing and I literally be Elsa. So that's how I got started with Elsa cosplay. You've all probably seen my current Elsa cosplay. If not, here's a picture of it now. Ooh, oh yes, oh yes, yes. Okay. I'm not satisfied with that dress. I mean, yeah, it's a perfect, no, it's not perfect, but it's a great cosplay dress or whatever for what was paid for it. But I'm saving up for a professional cosplay dress for cosplay, and the more investments I put into my parties, the more I get hired. So, because money. I don't want to get a real job where I have to be at a place or a cashier, or I just don't do that. That's how Elsa all started. Some of my future plans, which honestly, I don't know why they're taking me so long. I don't like to go outside in the winter. I'm not kidding. I hate the cold with a burning passion. Another thing that makes me relevant to Will. I don't feel like wearing the costumes outside because they're cold costumes, but I have a Tinkerbell costume. I have an original blue dress with the apron Alice in Wonderland costume. I also have the Alice Curtain costume from the live action one with Johnny Depp. And I want to do the new Cinderella with the huge dress. I'm also saving up for that dress, but that will be longer coming because I'm saving up for the Elsa dress, which I should be able to get this summer. Those are future plans you can look forward to coming this summer, or not. So you obviously saw my record player in the intro. Yes, I love Star Wars. Yes, that is an original soundtrack, vinyl soundtrack from the first Star Wars movie from the 70s. My record player I got for Christmas, or I guess this past Christmas, and it was actually my grandmother's when she was 14 years old, even before she was dating my grandfather. So I love the history behind it. And then my mother used it as a child, and they got it restored, cleaned and restored, and they gave it to me for Christmas, and I hope I'll be able to pass it on to my daughter. I thought I'd show you a few of my favorite albums. My collection is getting pretty big. All I've got to say is if you want awesome vinyls, check the attic. This one isn't old, but this is for King and Country. I just got this album. It's their anniversary edition of Run Wild, Live Free, Love Strong. It's one of my favorite albums. This one was my grandmother's. She gave it to me, or she's actually letting me borrow it, so I actually have to give this back. But We 5, You Were On My Mind. I love songs from like the 60s and 70s. Simon and Garfunkel, Sounds of Silence. This is my Best of the Beach Boys albums. I want more albums of theirs, but this was the first album I got for Christmas. With the player, I keep it in plastic because this record is still in good condition. As you probably saw on my account, a few weeks ago, I hit the jackpot. My grandmother gave me a suitcase of her old albums. I've found so far 14 original Elvis vinyls or albums, but so far my two favorites are Burning Love. It even had the Blue album. It's actually blue. Like, that's gorgeous. I just love that. And my grandmother was obsessed with Elvis. This is not the same grandmother that gave me the record player, though. I should clarify that. Meemaw, that's what I call the one who gave me the record player. That's Meemaw, and then Grandma is the one who gave me the Elvis albums. Grandma, she was obsessed with Elvis, so that's why these are in such good condition. Music is a very big part of my life, actually. As I mentioned earlier, I mentioned like a recital. I do take voice lessons. I love my teacher, Miss White. I love her so much, and she's taught me a lot. I also, even though I'm homeschooled, I go to another school to take voice lessons. I sing in their girls' ensemble, I sing in their choir, and I take handbells. I'm teaching myself the ukulele. Yes, that's how it's actually pronounced. When I went to Hawaii and bought it, they told me there's no such thing as a ukulele. It's an ukulele. And I also sing in my church choir. That's what I do music-wise. I also do plays. In my community, we have an arts council. Currently, I've done The Sound of Music with them, and I'd love to show you a script from that, but they were rentals, so I can't. We perform them like at this big theater. I've done The Importance of Being Earnest, Esmeralda. My personal favorite that we're doing right now is The Little Mermaid. No, I'm not Ariel. I'm one of her sisters. I play Alana. Both of my parents are in it, and my mom's part of the choir in it. But my father is Sebastian, and I'm so excited, and he's doing so well, and it's gonna be great. So on the subject of school, I am homeschooled, and no, I have never gone to public school before in my life. My mom just homeschooled me and my brother from the start. My video would be way more interesting if he was here because he's great. I love him so much. Sometimes homeschoolers get a bad rap because a lot of them don't do actual school. That's rumors, is that, oh, they don't do school, or you're allowed to do whatever you want, or you just look up what you want on the computer. Not with my mom. No. I actually have my curriculum here to show you. American literature. I'm in 11th grade. Grammar. History. This is my advanced marine biology. It's so good. Actually, in 2 days I get to dissect a shark. It's as big as my leg. It's this big. Like, it's as long as my leg. I'm in trigonometry, math-wise. My mom makes me do stacks and math. I'm glad I was homeschooled because I don't think my personality would be the same if I went to public school. I mean, not that it necessarily would be bad. People have an impact on people, and I'm glad that my biggest impact in my life was my parents because I look up to them very much. So I'm glad that being schooled by my parents, or mostly my mom, my dad works, obviously. You know, I look up to them, so of course I want to be like them, and so I find that benefit in it. Another passion in my life is writing to a degree. That's like my new favorite phrase. Actually from an early age, I hated writing, like a lot. Until about 11. It was weird when I was 11. Weren't we all to a degree? When I was 12. Never underestimate summer boredom. When I was 12, me and my best friend were bored out of our minds. I'm talking about slam your face on the concrete board. There was nothing to do. And we just decided, I was like, what if there was a book about this? And she was like, what if you wrote it? And so we like came up with characters and stuff for it. And honestly, I don't have the original notebook from it. It's embarrassing too. All the characters I drew looked like Candace Flynn off of Phineas and Ferb. Their head shapes were all the same. And I came up with this little idea and I worked on it for like maybe a month or so, and then I put it down. my best friend who was with me at the time and my other best friend Olivia, so it's Rachel and Olivia, they bugged me about it. They were like, you know, you really need to write that. We always talked about it, but I never did anything with it. Because it was like, I don't know, it was like a big aspect of our life. Finally, when I was 14, I decided to get off my butt and try it again. I stuck with it, actually. I can't really tell you anything about the plot because I'm very serious about this project. I'm going to get it published. I don't have connections now. That's what I have to work on after I finish it, because it's not finished. I've been working on this project for 5 years. I can't tell you anything about it because I don't want my ideas or even my title stolen. So I'm really sorry, but I'm very picky about this. This is my child and you can't have it. I went out and bought the Writer's Market Hand Guide. Like, good gosh, look at this thing. So informational though. I write, if you're planning to write something, keep something with you to write your ideas in. I bought this leather journal at a Renaissance festival. It's made out of like tanned hide. It's so cool. But that's what I keep my ideas on. I keep this in my purse. As far as progress with my book, it is currently at I found out the other day that the average novel is 50,000 words. The word count, it's at 131,572 words. Oh! Anyway, but I do print it out, and I have 4 or 5 people that I give it to that read every 10 pages I write. I give it to them, and they're following the story, and they give me feedback. Yes, 2 of them are Rachel and Olivia, my original friends, and they're my biggest fans. It's gotten pretty lofty. Not lofty, big, heavy. This is how big it is so far. It's 410 pages at the moment. If I get it published, I want it to be a 3-volume novel. In like 1895, they would have those. It's all the same title. It was just 3 books. I don't want to make it a series. I'm very proud of it, actually. I love it. It's my baby. And my characters are my children, to a degree. I saved the best for last because this is the most important thing in my life. My relationship with God. I know a lot of people don't like that. This is my video. I'm going to talk about what is the most important thing in my life. My father is a youth pastor, so obviously, yes, I was raised in church, but I didn't get saved until I was 13, and I made that choice on my own. When I say my faith is important to me, I'm not talking about, ooh, I go to church and yeah, I love God. This is very important to me. I take it very seriously. I don't know how to say this, but you know, because of, you know, what he did for me. He sent his son Jesus to die on the cross. And for me, for the bad things I did, I can't imagine. It seriously blows my mind all the time. And I'm not gonna get emotional, I swear. Maybe. I can't keep my mouth shut about it because it's important. It's changed my life, you know. I can't even use words. Man, this is insane. This is my Bible. And yes, I love it very much, actually. NASB Study Bible. The more I read my Bible, it's like a fandom for me, which it's pretty crazy. This is my spot where I pray. That's what all the papers on the back are. I write some down and then some are just a list. I use a concordance, and when you find the original meanings of passages, they can be so much more insightful than what you think. Let me just say that. I could go on and on about that, but I won't, because we would literally be here forever. But I have forever to go on and on about God. That's my life. This is me, Ainsley. I'm a major dork, as you obviously can tell. If y'all have any other suggestions for other future videos on my YouTube, please either comment them, or you can get on and tell me on my Instagram account, or you can DM me. So that's it. Any other future suggestions? I promise I'll do some music-oriented videos soon, but with being in The Little Mermaid, I'm also in the big Easter drama with our choir, and